What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with the Destiny 2 updates for the week, coming in the form of TWID, which of course is Bungie's weekly update about the game. So, as always, we'll round up all of the revelations, bits of new information, and key things related to gameplay from Bungie's weekly update. Additionally, they do offer some extra updates regarding the name change bug that's happened this week. Unfortunately, that one isn't going to be fixed just yet, so we'll discuss what Bungie have said, and we'll round out everything else for this Thursday. So, as always guys, I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a rating really does help us on the channel. But without further delay, let's get into it. And firstly, Bungie talk about the whole name change thing that's gone on this week. I was hoping they were going to solve this issue fairly quickly, but it doesn't necessarily look like that will be the case. So the D2 team have said, we've identified the issue that was forcing a high number of Bungie name changes, and we've applied a server-side change to prevent the issue from impacting accounts moving forward. So if you haven't been affected by that, hopefully it means that you won't be. But they go on to say, we are continuing to investigate options to address player accounts that were impacted. This will take some time, as our path forward will be dependent on fixing the underlying issue. As noted yesterday, we're still planning to distribute name change tokens to all players at a later date to assist, but as we have more information, we'll be sure to share it with you. And so it isn't fixed just yet, and to clarify, somebody asked, does that mean that our names are stuck for the time being? And Bungie replied at this time, yes. While we're looking to address this as soon as possible, we do not have a target date as of yet. Many apologies for this, as we know how important Bungie names can be when it comes to identity and legacy within Destiny, and we hope to have more news on a fix soon. They also clarified that there are some visual bugs, where some accounts may see different numbers following the name, depending on which platform you're viewing it on. And they say at the moment that does look like a visual issue, but again, there'll be further updates on this shortly. So like I said, I was kind of hoping that this would get fixed fairly quick. Obviously it's a little more complicated than it first may appear, so I'm not sure if they can fully revert it or whether it's going to rely on the name change token to actually get our names back. But that's all that Bungie have said for the moment, and I'll keep you posted if we get extra info. Next up though, let's get into the bulk of the TWID update for the week. They don't talk anymore about the name change issue that's going on at the moment, so we're probably not going to hear about it for a little while. Onto the TWID though, there are a couple of juicy bits here. Firstly, they do say though that GCX 2024 is here, and as a reminder for the plans for the event, Bungie have sent a small team to join everyone on August 16th and 17th, and Cosmo and DMG will be on the show floor, where they'll also have 2 playable Destiny 2 experiences that will get you a special Gambit medallion and a unique Crucible pin. So if any of you happen to be in Florida for GCX, then enjoy that. Of course, most of us are not, but we can get into some other news here. Firstly, they speak about 8 versus 8 Sparrow control. Yep, that sounds wild, and I'm sure it probably will be. They say in honor of GCX, we want to give everyone attending something new to play, and tomorrow we are turning on a new experimental Crucible Labs version of Sparrow Control, and it's 8 Guardians facing off against 8 Guardians for maximum chaos. So be ready to share your insurance information for those of you at home and won't be making the trip to GCX. You'll also get to test out this new mode, and who knows, maybe we'll match you with your favourite creator on the event floor. This is a highly experimental mode, as we've never tried to cram this many Guardians into one Crucible match previously, and things could get a little hairy, but they will be monitoring stability and may turn it off if necessary. But for players who can't play during the weekend, don't worry, they say there'll also be a chance to test out this mode again for 2 weeks starting on August 27th. So that'll be interesting. Starting tomorrow in the game, 8 versus 8 Sparrow Control. It's also curious that it has the potential to actually matchmake us with players who are currently at the GCX event. And so no doubt this will be a bit different. Hopefully nothing will blow up. We'll simply have to wait and see. But let us know if that is of interest to you down in the comments section. The next thing though will probably interest more players, frankly, and Bungie say XUR's wares are getting more exotic. This one actually caught me off guard entirely. They say, we've heard feedback about exotic class items loud and clear, and so we've started making improvements to how they can be acquired. We've got some ideas for additional updates to make in the future, but they are in early development and will take some time to get right. In the meantime though, our first source of acquisition outside of the Pale Heart is coming soon, and you can thank a certain weekly vendor for it. That other kind of additional set of ideas that they reference is what they spoke about a few days ago, where they indicated that they're looking at a way to actually target certain perk rolls on exotic class items in future. So that update isn't happening just yet, but One of them is, and with update 8502 coming on August 20th, so that'll be next week, they say XUR's inventory is getting a small update, and the wildcard offer that featured ritual engrams, ciphers, or raid banners will be moved to XUR's strange offers category to make room each week for either an exotic class item or an exotic cipher. Exotic class items on XUR will cost 41 strange coins and will have random rolls. The only requirement to get them is to have unlocked the regular acquisition path through the dual destiny mission for each character, and if not offered, the alternative is an exotic cipher, which will cost 79 strange coins and will be limited to 1 per account. XUR will be guaranteed to sell exotic class items the first week this category is available on August 26th, but every week afterwards, he'll return to his RNG ways, as his will is not his own. So this isn't a brand new kind of initial acquisition source for class items. As Bungie said, the only requirement to get them from XUR is to have unlocked the regular acquisition path through the dual destiny missions. So much like the random drops of them work at the moment, it does require that completion to have occurred initially. But if you're farming away for exotic class items, especially if you don't tend to spend a lot of strange coins, if you're happy to spend a bit of time actually farming those instead, then it's going to mean we get extra chances. Of course, the perk pool is still reasonably significant on exotic class items, but it's another layer, another way of potentially getting them. And again, Bungie are looking at a couple of different things. They're firstly looking at different ways to potentially drop them initially outside of Dual Destiny. They have indicated that in the past. On top of that, there is the perk targeting component that they've spoken about as well. But for the moment, this is another improvement, another way that players can work on picking these up. So give us your impressions about that down in the comment section. I'd say it's better to have it than not have it. But again, the indication is that more updates will be coming down the road. Next up though, Bungie talk about Trials, and they say for those of you waiting for the latest additions to Trials of Osiris to return as Adept rewards, be warned, the Adept version of Aisha's Cure will be back tomorrow as the reward for those who go flawless. So maybe it's a good time to test the improved passage of Persistence with friends now that losses won't remove wins if you go into a fight with a fire team of 3. There are plenty of amazing perk combinations for Aisha's Cure, or Care. Sorry, I'm saying Cure, but it's Care, my bad. Of course, there is the Laser Beam wannabe with Zen Moment and Kill Clip, to the Dueling Machine with Keep Away and Headseeker. And they say as well for Trials, the map will be Dissonant, so it's a great opportunity to own your skills in this newer map. And speaking of newer maps, Cirrus Plaza will be the map for the week after, starting August 23rd. And they add, we've heard your feedback about these smaller maps being available in 3v3 modes, so we hope you enjoy having them in Trials, and Shiора's Wrath Adept will be awaiting you in the Lighthouse. And so a little Trials preview for the weekend right there. Otherwise though, they say check out our cool skateboard. And if you want to go the extra mile with the Solstice event at the moment, check out the new Bearwalker skateboard, available via Bungie Rewards. This is a limited run item with 1,000 units being made, and each one of them will be uniquely numbered. And if you're interested in getting one, the first step is to complete the Fuel for the Fire event challenge by August 27th. And this product is available now and can be ordered until November 5th. So pretty cool item right there. You can of course check out more details in the TWID. Otherwise though, there's a known issues section, and they talk about the Flamekeeper event challenge not counting towards completing Solstice Triumphs, which blocks players from acquiring the Reveler title. On top of that, Solstice armor glows do not appear on multiple Trials armor sets. Plus, unlocking Solstice armor sets via armor synthesis prior to earning the associated glows will cause the glows to appear on the unlocked ornaments if they're later earned, and they're looking to address this in a future update. But players can expect to access the base and white glow versions of the armor appearance customization via armor synthesis in the future. On top of that, Guardians may fail to load in the commendation screen after the completion of Crucible matches, so nothing major on that front. And otherwise, that summarizes the TWID for this week. So one interesting thing I would point out, of course, before Act 2 of Echoes actually dropped, Bungie did do a preview live stream, and that was the week before. Bungie haven't announced the same for Act 3, and Act 3 will begin on the 27th of August, so just less than 2 weeks now, which would put any kind of reveals that they might do for it into next week, but they haven't announced them yet. So I think it's likely we probably will get a trailer for Act 3, but it doesn't necessarily look like we're going to get a live stream as we did for Act 2. Of course, I could be wrong on that one. Bungie might announce something between now and next week. They don't talk about what the TWID will contain in particular next week, but especially if there isn't a live stream, I would anticipate we'll probably get information about the artifact mods that we'll see, maybe a quick preview of some of the weapons and things like that for Act 3. So that's probably what we'll get in the TWID next week, but otherwise, no confirmation of additional reveals for Act 3 just yet, although I am still looking forward to Act 3, that's when the exotic mission drops, as well as a 10th anniversary event for Destiny, according to data mines, so it'll make for an interesting final few weeks of echoes. For today though guys, that's what we have to speak about, so as always I hope the video has been useful, and if it has, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. Also be sure to get subscribed and I'll keep you posted with more Destiny content, but otherwise, cheers for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.